Welcome to your WebV training. WebV is the Trust's electronic patient record. It consolidates information from all of the systems that you are going to be trained on as part of your induction, and allows you to use those systems from one place. This enables you to do much of your work by logging into WebV alone, instead of 4 individual systems. Once you have completed this training and submitted your information, you will receive an email from the WebV team containing your login credentials and a crib sheet which will show you how to navigate and use WebV. This is the WebV login screen. WebV can be accessed from all PCs and most other devices within the Trust. The Account Recovery button at the bottom of the screen enables you to reset your own password if you forget it. However, if your password has been incorrectly entered 5 times, the Account Recovery function will disable, and you will need to contact the patient systems team to reset it. The Help and Information button at the bottom of the screen will link you to the WebV intranet page, where you can find the latest updates, further crib sheets for ease of use, and the team's contact details. WebV takes information from multiple systems. This list shows many of the currently live interfaces sending information into WebV. To access a patient's record, or a list of patients, click on the Clinical Records button. All of the usual methods of searching for a patient are available, by hospital or NHS number, or by date of birth and surname. The Predefined Criteria button is the most useful of the search options, as this takes you to the current patient lists. Here you can see patients by ward, patients by clinician, today's outpatient clinics, and the current patients in the emergency department. The Advanced Search button enables you to look at future clinics, or to see who was admitted to a ward on previous days. This is a list of inpatients on a ward. You can reorder the list by clicking on any of the table headings. If you need to switch to another ward list, the quickest way is to click on the ward lozenge at the top right-hand side. This enables you to choose another ward. Clicking on any of the patients on the list will take you to their patient summary. The patient summary shows the patient's demographic details, phone numbers, next of kin, GP, and so on. If they are an inpatient, it also shows where they are, which clinician's care they are under, and when they were admitted. An inpatient's patient summary also displays a list of current medications drawn from an interface with EPMA. This list is for reference only. Any outstanding documents are also listed on the patient's summary. The burger menu at the top right-hand corner provides the option to access the patient's full record in WebV. If you click on it, you will find options for Records, Documents, and third-party systems. Clicking on Records will take you to the patient's event list. Patient information can be viewed from this screen by clicking on the black bar at the top of the page. This will load the patient information popover. Clicking on the arrows in this popover screen will cycle between patient information, admission information, and general practitioner information. The patient's event list is a single chronological record of care for the patient. This gives a clinical story for the patient that is not available in any of our other systems. If you go to our PAS system at the moment, you will see 2 or 3 of these items in a chronological list. If you go to ICE, you will see 2 or 3 of these items in a chronological list. WebV's aim is to put them all together into one system to give a proper clinical story. All of this information is visible without clicking on any of the individual events in the list. Details related to each event in the list can be viewed by clicking on any of the events. The first event for this patient on this day was an emergency department visit. Clicking on this event shows the information from our PAS system, including why they were admitted to the emergency department. This is the patient's emergency department record, or CAS card. The paper records from the emergency department are scanned virtually live into WebV, so by the time the patient gets admitted to a ward, their CAS card should be available to anyone who needs to view it. The next event is a set of observations. The name of the observations event displays as EWS for early warning score plus the score, so at a glance you can see how the patient was scoring. When you click on this event, you can see the full observation set. At the top, you will see two links to view the patient's chart. The one-page chart link will show you the last 18 sets of observations, or as many observations as the patient has had if they've had less than 18. But if you wanted to look back at the start of the patient's admission, you can click on the full chart link. The patient next had a chest X-ray, so if you click on the XR chest button, you will be able to see the report for that X-ray, if it's available. You will also see a View Associated Images button. This will take you through to PACS to view the radiology image. Viewing images within WebV means that you don't have to log into another system to view it, but you still have available all of the usual tools for changing contrast, zooming in and out, and so on. For pathology results, the timeline shows a list of the tests that were done. Clicking on this link will show you the reports. The abnormal results are clearly marked. The search bar at the top can be used to search for individual results. If you type CRP in there, it will show you all of the results in the timeline that have CRP within them. Viewing the report in WebV does not file the report in ICE. Reports do still need to be filed in ICE separately, regardless of whether the results have been viewed in WebV. Submitting a new request in ICE can be done from the patient record or from elsewhere in the system by clicking on the burger menu at the top right-hand corner and selecting Third-Party Systems. Selecting the link to ICE from the Third-Party Systems options opens a new tab in ICE which is already in that patient's record and already logged in as you. The new tab opens on a requesting screen. You can make a new request from there. If you click on the Services button in the top left-hand corner, you will find all of the other usual functionality in ICE. You are able to do discharge letters, and you are able to look at OpenNet reports, reports from both York and Leeds for that patient. You are able to look at a list of requests, and also to file that patient's reports. From the Third-Party Systems menu, you can also access EPMA. Like the ICE link, this opens a new tab already in the patient's EPMA record. Here you will find all of the usual functionality in EPMA. Another option in the list of third-party systems provides a link to the Yorkshire and Humber Care record. This will provide information that has been submitted into the patient's GP record by their GP. This record may not be available for patients whose GP is outside of the Yorkshire and Humber region, or patients who have removed their consent to share their medical records with us. Much of the clinical information in WebV has been entered directly into WebV using WebV documents. Your colleagues will train you in completing the documents that are designed for your area of work. A full list of WebV documents can be found on the WebV team's intranet page. This is an example of a nursing admission document which has been completed for this patient. Documents are very easy to add to a patient's record. On the patient's summary page, there is a documents card that has a plus sign. Clicking on the plus sign gives you the options to search for the document that you wish to add to the patient's record. If you will be using the document a lot in your role, it is recommended that you click on the star icon next to the document name. This will make it one of your favourite documents. The next time you click on the plus, it will show your favourite documents, removing the need for you to search for the document before starting it. When filling in a WebV document, especially a larger document such as the nursing admission document, it is important to save your work regularly. This can be done by clicking on the burger menu at the top right of the page and selecting Save Draft. WebV has no autosave feature. If you forget to save before leaving the page, or you lose your network connection, or your computer switches off before you have saved, your unsaved work will be permanently lost. Some of the questions in WebV documents provide a large text box for you to enter your answers. Please note that the text that you type will only be retained if you click on the tick icon at the top right of the text box. Clicking on the tick will tell WebV that you wish to retain the text that you have entered, but it does not save your work. You must click on the burger menu and select Save Draft in order to save your work. You can leave a document incomplete and return to finish your work later. An incomplete document is not visible in the patient's record. Instead, it will show as in progress on the document information card on the patient summary screen. Clicking on an in progress document will give you the option to resume your work and complete the document. A document can be completed by clicking on the same burger menu that allows you to save your work. Instead of selecting Save Draft, you should click on Complete. After confirming your choice by clicking on the tick icon, you will be given the option to view the completed document in the patient's record or return to the patient summary screen. A completed document cannot be amended or removed. If you need to remove a document from a patient's record for any reason, you should contact patient system support. WebV is a clinically driven system and needs to continue to be so. So feedback from users is vital to continue improving it. On the left-hand side, you will see a Utilities button, which is the screwdriver and spanner. If you click on there is a feedback option. Please give us feedback and tell us what you would like WebV to do and what is currently working for you. If you need further information about WebV, please visit the WebV team's intranet homepage. This can be accessed from the Help and Information button on the WebV login page. Thank you.